Hi, I'm Bob Anderson, and we're here in southern Arizona for the second weevil course. And this is a spot in Cave Creek Canyon, just down the road from the research center. And I'm going to show you today a little bit about sifting leaf litter in a little patch of forest here along the side of the road. I usually look for spots in leaf litter where there's a good deep accumulation of litter with fungus sort of growing between the leaves. I try to avoid oak litter if I can. I don't know why, maybe the tannins in the leaves, but over the years I've found that oak litter doesn't tend to be as productive as other hardwood litter. This is a nice little spot along the side of a stream where there's a few big sycamore trees and they've all dropped the leaves and bark in this one particular spot. We've done a little digging around and it seems to be pretty nice leaf litter, so I'm going to do some sifting here and show you how I do it. Okay? I usually get down just to about the layer of the leaf litter itself. I try not to get down too much into the soil below. Any big logs or stones or things I usually take out of the way just because they will wreck your sifter over time. Get a good pile of litter like this. Make sure it all goes in the sifter. Throw out some of the big twigs and give it a few shakes. You don't have to shake it until the entire sample goes through into the bag below. Just give it about 10 to 20 shakes. Discard the litter in some place where you're not going to continue sifting, because otherwise you're going to sift the same litter again. And dig in again and scoop it up. I use a little garden trowel for a couple of reasons. It allows you to get right down to the layer of the soil, and it also keeps your hands from getting down in there in case there's any scorpions or centipedes or even little snakes that might be hiding down in the litter. I also use gloves for that same reason, just a little bit safer. But to scoop down into the litter, if there's pieces of bark, little twigs and things like that break up when you touch them, run those through the sample as well, because there might be stuff in there. The key is to get a diversity of different types of microhabitats as you work your way through the litter. Yeah, over the years this has been a pretty productive way of getting stuff. And usually for me a sample will be about a watermelon, cantaloupe to watermelon sized piece fill the bottom of the sack. And that's usually a pretty good sample. For me, if there's weevils here within that amount of sample, usually you've got them. Then you can take a look at the samples, if possible, at the station and decide whether this is an area you'd want to come back to and do a little more sampling. Maybe you got something good here. You can see there's a nice bunch of nice twigs. Actually, there's an old corroded soup can, I think, so somebody must have pitched something out of the car. We're not far from the road here, but that really doesn't matter a lot. The litter fauna doesn't seem to care much about cars and hikers and so other going by. But make sure you have the bag tied up at the bottom tightly too. Sometimes you have a tendency to step on the little tie up on the bottom, and if you step on it and move, the bag becomes untied and your sample goes spilling out onto the ground. So there you go, you can see they're starting to get a little pile of litter in the bottom of the bag there, and that's getting to be a pretty good sample.
Okay.
Yeah, for those of you in need of a good cardio workout,